Dog's Life is an action-adventure PS2 title released in 2003 and developed by Frontier Developments. You play as Jake, an American foxhound who witnesses the kidnapping, or dognapping, of his girlfriend Daisy, a Labrador Retriever. It is your mission in the game to find and save Daisy. Jake uses information he overhears from conversations between humans to track her down, travelling from the farm in Clarksville to Lake Minnewawa and then all the way to Boom City. The game consists of the aforementioned 3 main areas, each with smaller, isolated levels within. In these you will find different smells to collect with the patented smell-o-vision, complete various humans quests, mini-games, and of course, collect bones. If I was asked as a child when I first played the game, and then replayed this game many times over, why I liked it so much, I probably would have said something along the lines of, because it's fun, or because there's a poop button. But there's more to it than that. In this essay I will be exploring the psychoanalytical side of what draws me to this game using Sigmund Freud and Jacques Lacan's theories. Part of the fun in Dog's Life is that I can terrorize the NPCs of the world as a dog by barking at them, intimidating them with growls to get treats, chase cats and chickens, and even throw my poop at NPCs. You literally just run around being a silly little dog competing against other dogs to see who's best. This nature of the game ties into Freud's id, which is the unconscious personality component that works to satisfy basic urges, needs and desires. The game does more than encourage this behaviour, as one of the quests given is to collect eggs in a basket for a couple of kids to throw at a butcher, which in turn lets me steal his meat when he isn't looking. Speaking of NPC quests, I can satiate my superego through this as well. The superego, as defined by Freud, is the ethical component of the personality which provides the moral standard by which the ego operates. I can help NPCs with their troubles, such as finding a musician some batteries for his amp, retrieving a little girl's coat from bullies that stole it to use for their snowman, helping a chicken farmer catch a fox, and a sheep farmer herd a sheep. Most of these people have said issues because they have lost their own dog, or they mention in passing that their beloved dog has gone missing, which makes me want to find and free all the dogs that have been caught by dog catchers, and most of all, Daisy. Through all of this I can fulfill a moral justice which, as Chris puts, allowed me to explore an altruistic fantasy of what I would like to do and then experience the emotional and material sequela of my actions. Finally, my ego works in reality and must mediate between the unconscious and conscious, desire and morality, and id and superego. Through all the gameplay offered in Dog's Life, it is able to entertain both my id and superego's needs and give them what they want. I can relieve frustrations from the real world through catharsis of tormenting NPCs, as well as entertain fantasies of helping others through NPC quests. As the game is open world-esque, you have the freedom to choose which order you complete each of the smaller areas. The requirements of progressing from each main area do not require you to have combed through every nook and cranny and gotten all the bones before moving on. For example, in Clarksville you need more than 15 bones in order to run away from the local dog catcher's Doberman, named Killer. That way you can sneak past the dog catcher and get on the train to Lake Minnewawa. Clarksville has 49 bones in total to collect, so it is quite easy to completely miss a couple areas if you come across the Clarksville Centre and have enough bones to proceed. When Killer is guarding the dog pound at the end of the game, he has 90 bones, and if you had made sure to get every bone possible, you'd have 125. This fits into Lacan's theory of lack and desire, in which it is on the basis of lack which makes him desire. It is the lack of having collected all the smells that kept me motivated with desire to find them all. The UI, constantly in the corner of my vision and reminding me of the lack of smells I had. Anytime I opened the menu, the scrapbook also reminded me of the lack of bones I had in each area. Without this lack, there would be no desire to play. Yes, I could play efficiently and only get the exact bones needed as I played and finish the game with just enough bones to save Daisy. But would I be satisfied? As a kid, I would miss areas, have trouble finding all the smells, or would be unable to decipher what it is that an NPC needed me to do. So, every time I played the game and got all the way to the end, I felt this lack, which motivated me to play the game all over again. Even as an adult, revisiting the game, I refused to progress until I'd collected all that I had lacked, then started the cycle again in the new area as I did not feel a satisfying accomplishment with what I already had. Once I completed the game with all 125 bones and saved Daisy, I felt a sense of emptiness. Lacan states that it is the constant sense we have that something is lacking or missing from our lives. The objet petita, as Lacan defines, is both the void, the gap, and whatever object momentarily comes to fill that gap in our symbolic reality. What is important to understand is that the objet petita is not the object itself you lacked, but it is the function of masking the lack. I subconsciously chose to keep up the illusion that I was attaining my desire through getting sidetracked with character quests and collecting all the bones. Dog's Life is a game that allows me to satisfy basic urges of the id by engaging in playful dog behaviours such as barking, chasing cats, and throwing poop, while also fulfilling my moral standards of the superego by helping NPCs with their plights and ultimately rescuing Jake's girlfriend Daisy. It has also supplied a playground for me to fulfill my constant search for the lack in my life, which I am sure I will desire and seek out to experience over and over again.